Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Under the Lights Racing League Next Gen Series. This is your voice for the action, INF, and tonight it is race number 2 of the round of 8 for the Next Gen Series playoffs here at the Charlotte Roval, our second road course of the playoffs. So glad to have you with us here tonight. I'm back. I've been gone for a little bit because I had to, or I was just out of town, but I'm back now. And yeah, getting ready to cover an exciting race we got going on here tonight, here from the Charlotte area. Um, Obviously, coming into tonight, this is race number 2. We had last week's race at Phoenix. I cannot remember if that was streamed or not. I do apologize if it wasn't, and if it was, then my apologies for not knowing. But anyways, as a quick recap for you, the viewer. Mole in the Hole won last week, putting himself into the next round of the playoffs. Actually, I do believe becoming the first driver into the final four, or locked into the final four. Let me check points real quickly. Sorry for the quick intrusion, but yeah, Mole won Phoenix, which now puts him as the first man into the championship four. Um, yeah, and after that, Irate Pluto finished a solid second, Ducky third, Storm fourth, Hack fifth, LRS sixth, SP seventh, Kinney eighth, Flash Champs ninth, One Bad 10th, Crimson Sniper 11th, and Ardeni was 12th, with Ducky winning both stages last week. And then last night, we had our Truck Series race around the Charlotte Roval, in which we saw SP win that race with the One Bad second, LRS third, Ducky fourth, Storm fifth. I'll save the rest. But as far as the Truck Series playoffs go, that now puts Ducky and SP as the two men that are now locked in to the championship four, with leaving just 2 spots remaining. That will be mostly contested between One Bad and Storm, or 7 points between each other. So that'll be very tight. But coming into tonight's race, obviously there are 2 races to go now, including tonight's race, before we hit the championship four round. And going into that, it is, my oh my, a very tight field. Mole is the only person locked in, but after that, Ducky has a 21-point advantage over the cut line, which may not seem like it's close. But then, 3rd through 5th are all tied right now at the cut line. Storm and LRS having the advantage over SP. So Storm and LRS are like, they're 0. They're flat equal with 5th in the point standings right now. Storm's 3rd, LRS is 4th, and that puts SP 5th. They're all tied at the cut line. Irate Pluto is 5 points below the cut line, with One Bad 22 points below, and Kenny 31 points below the cut line. Very, very close battle for that cut line and to make it into the championship for this season, for this season's championship. Qualifying order for tonight, as for Storm, at least, barring any whatever switch arounds. I'm sorry. It has been a very long time for me since I've been in a booth, so probably gonna make a few mistakes tonight. So I hope you'll be accepting with me through that. I just got back from my flight today, and still a little kind of jet lagged, but we'll try and make it through. Regardless, SP is on the pole tonight with One Bad in 2nd. LRS will start 3rd with Kenny 4th. Irate Pluto 5th. Mole 6th. Ardeni 7th. Storm 8th. Our lowest starting playoff driver. Drake 9th. Hack 10th. And Crimson Sniper 11th. With big news out of the playoffs. Well, first of all, Flash Champs is not going to be racing today due to a little surgery he had. I do believe that's... Yeah, he had some health issues and underwent surgery, so we do wish the best for Flash, as well as Ducky, who will also not be here today, and we'll get into more into that. But Ducky is currently in the hospital having his wife's baby, so we here from the UTLR family just want to say congratulations to Ducky and on fatherhood. This is kind of weird. I've never had to say that because I'm 16 years old. I don't know. Congratulations, regardless. We're all very happy for you and welcoming new life into the world. But that will unfortunately hurt his playoff bids, at least for right now, as Ducky is in the second seed now. To be fair, he is 21 points above the cut line, but that can evaporate in the blink of an eye. And in just one race, he can find himself below the cut line with how close everyone is right now. So this has monumental implications going into the next week's cutoff race, and as well as for the starting. At least for the starting grid, the top four, one bad, who's sitting 21 points below the cut line, he's starting second and was finished second last night. He is looking to make a big splash and try and upset the field and get into the championship four. Same with Kenny, who rolls off P4 in one of his best qualifying efforts on the season. He might be able to look and make an upset here at Roval. It will be a 57-lap race, at least for tonight. It's going to be a 200-lap race. Going to be fun. Was there something else that I was supposed to go over? Let me think. I think I went over pretty much everything. A little fun fact from what Storm texted me a few hours ago, that this is the first time in league history that there has been a tie or three-way tie for the cutoff line entering into in the playoffs period. So this is the first time this has ever happened where everyone's been tied at that area. And as far as the season schedule goes, for the rest of the season, we are winding down. We just have about 5 or so weeks remaining here left in the season. Obviously, next week will be the round of 8 eliminator, and we will be heading to Iowa for that race, and that's going to be a fun one, I'll tell you what. And then we begin our Championship 4 races. We have 4 Championship 4 races that will be spanning across 4 different weeks rather than just one night. Those Championship 4 races will be at Daytona, Watkins Glen, Richmond, and Chicagoland, all respectively. As far as the Truck Series season goes, that it mimics their schedule. So yeah, no off weeks for the rest of the season, and yeah, it's gonna be fun. Actually, yeah, just looking over the Truck Series schedule appears to be a little bit, or their season appears to end, I think, a little later. Or no, sorry, I'm stupid. Because it doesn't say the end date for the Cup Series, but the Cup Series season will end on August 23rd. That'll be the final race of the season for us here. And then we'll get a new season underway. And then a new season after that. And then a new season after that. Cool news out of NASCAR World. Shane Van Giersbergen's coming back again for Project 91. He'll be at the Indy Road Course in this coming month. That will be a lot of fun. A lot of cool drivers are going to be popping up for that race. So yeah, like I said earlier in the stream, just trying to kill time. I've been out of town recently. I went down south for the first time, visited Tennessee, the Carolinas, and Georgia for the first time in my life. Gotta say, it was a lot of fun. I was privileged enough to go down to the Atlanta Motor Speedway for the Atlanta race. It was a lot of fun, a lot of great racing. It was one of the best experiences I've had. It's a shame that it rained out. It really is, but even for when even though it rained out, I still had a lot of fun, and I got to walk the track. I got to go walk through the haulers. Got to have a lot of fun with my family. Go just meet a lot of people. It was pretty nice. But I got to go to the NASCAR Hall of Fame. That was pretty cool. And then it was just, you name any major city, any major place in those 4 states, I went there. It was all very fun. Such nice people. Well, I'm glad to be back up home here. I'm glad to be back in the broadcaster's booth again. Might be a little rusty because I've been away for so long, but I know for sure that this is going to be a very interesting race. Charlotte Roval, one of the trickier road courses in this game. Obviously, it's It's a Roval. But the braking zones on this track are very interesting. There's the backstretch bus stop chicane. That's probably one of the trickiest braking zones in the game. Period. That's going to be definitely a chaos corner, as well as the front stretch chicane. Very easy to get it wrong. Very easy to mess up on. The entire infield's really just is really easy to upset the car. So you never know what's going to happen in there. A lot of room for error. A lot of room for hitting the wall. And yeah, the Charlotte Rovals, it's interesting. Few passing zones. You really got to be aggressive if you want to make the moves to get past others. But yeah, it's a fun little place. So from what I'm understanding, I just need to go through this in my head. It'll be like I said, 54 lap race, 50% race. That's 50% race length on 2 times wear. Black flags are on with stages on. All manual cautions will come from the admin team, and I think that consists of like a 3-car wreck or more, or 2. I'm not sure. I don't think I've seen a caution called since broadcasting here. I don't think I've seen a caution called on a road course. So I don't know. We'll wait and see. Maybe karma will bite me. I'm not sure. Got a nice ribeye cooking downstairs, or I'm not cooking it. My father is cooking it, but hopefully I'll be able to eat that as the lobby's ticking down, down to 5 seconds left. They will do a pace lap around, and then they'll go. Obviously, it's a little weird with the Charlotte Roval because you can't really do what NASCAR does and cut through the tri-oval. Have I gotten an invitation yet to join? Hello, SP, LRS, Storm. Am I appearing online? There we go. Thank you, SP. Thank you, LRS. Alright, then. Well, it says Bank of America Roval 400, but it'll be just slash that in half. It'll just be 200. Yeah. It's going to be a fun one. Like I said, next week we'll be at Iowa for the cutoff race for the round of 8 that will decide our championship 4. Obviously, only one driver's locked in right now. That's Mole, but everywhere else on the track, it's anyone's game. Storm's going to have to do a lot of work from the back. He's starting 8th, so he's definitely going to have to try and find his way up to the front, especially when he has all his championship rivals sitting 1, 2, 3, and 4. Kenny and One Bad being, obviously, they're starting 2nd and 4th, but they're in a very interesting position because, they're the wild cards. They got nothing to lose. They can go for it. Obviously, obviously they got something to lose, but at least right now, they're considered big underdogs. One Bad had a pretty impressive performance last night, and a lot of people have been tapping him, saying, this might be the guy. He might be able to pull off the upset. He was very fast at Sonoma just a few weeks ago, so we'll see if that transfers over here. Obviously, another road course ringer we got here, obviously the 42 of SP, who sits on pole. Again, another road course. And his Legacy Motor Club teammate of LRS, both of them very quick on the road courses. We'll have to see if one of them, if they're able to actually get it down. Obviously, last time they were on a road course didn't go so well. There's Pluto going all the way to the back. Anyways, where is Kenny? There's Kenny, starting in P4. Like I said, one of his better qualifying efforts. And, I talk about Sonoma because Sonoma's the most recent one in our mind, but it's also very difficult and very technical road course, so it kind of gives you like a measurement of where everyone's skills at. And Kenny performed very well, getting a top 5 there. He really seems to have stepped up here. The road courses really. Well, they're going. I don't know what LRS is doing. He's trying to go 3 wide. Trying to do a salute to the fans. Here's Crimson Sniper in his beautiful 14 car. There's Drake in the 7. Ardeni in his number 9, Storm in the 1. He's, like we said, he's got a long ways to go today. Back to SP. Here's Irate Pluto in his 47. He already has damage on the front of his car. That is not good. So I'm not exactly sure where they're going to be restarting. It might be, I think it's the start-finish line. That might be in simplest terms, probably the start-finish line. Be on board SP for it, for this regardless. When we get the green flag, we will have 10 laps in stage number 1. But here we go, SP and Wombat locking out the front row. As they enter and exit through the chicane, as they come, they will take the green flag, and we are underway here from the Charlotte Roval. Up through the gears they go quickly into turn number 1 here. Who can get down into first? Ardeni makes a big bop. He's going to go up into the field. Now Wombat and SP still side by side for the race lead. Wombat's going to have to back down a bit. He's under pressure from LRS. He's going to slide up in front of him to close that off. SP to the lead right now. As right now LRS is getting pressured from Kenny. Kenny trying to go underneath them. Kenny, I think, got loose on the curbs. He's going to have to fall back to 4th. As everyone's single file, LRS overshoots it, and looks like the entire field just overshot it. Pluto, Mole, and Storm all, I believe, overshot it. Storm's off to a great start, trying to make it work around the outside of Mole. He's going to almost hit the wall. Very tight right there as they exit off of turn whatever that's called and onto oval turn number 1. Storm all the way down on the apron right now as LRS is trying to pressure Wombat for second. If I could even find him. Yeah, here we go. Off into the backstretch chicane. It looks like SP's messed it up quite badly. Wombat's going to get a huge advantage. Wombat, I think, went into the back, or sorry, LRS went into the back of Wombat. And as they enter into oval turn number 4, Wombat's got a huge run on SP. Big 2-car breakaway right now here up at the front. And now Wombat's already going to look down the inside of SP for the lead. They went side by side. SP's going to get all kinds of loose. Wombat's going to take the lead. Mole's going to get loose off the exit of the chicane, and it's anarchy off with the exit of the corner. There's Storm that's having to rebound through there, and he's going to almost hit the Hartford Baron. Mole and him now side by side. Now they settled that out, at least for the time being. So SP's trying to get back to Wombat here in the lead. Gets over the curbs. That's a very treacherous spot to get back onto the gas. You got to be very careful. Wombat overdrives it just a little bit. Everyone driving it off into the red and white striped area. Going right up against the wall, almost. Yeah, I think it did touch it. Surprisingly, no one goes very low into there. Surprised that there's still that many cones still standing after only 1 lap. Here we go, off in an oval turn number 1 and 2. Obviously, there's a lot of different ways to take it. SP trying to go down all the way to the apron. I've seen it successfully done a few times. Wombat breaks very early. SP has to get. He gets all sorts of squirrely under braking. He hits the wall to slow himself down. LRS now joining the frame. He's in 3rd. And now sitting in 4th is Kenny, who's stayed stationary there since the start of the race. And he's done a great job holding everyone off. Now into the final chicane. Everyone just trying to take it very easy. Wombat did pretty much the exact opposite of what he did last lap and just completely botched it. SP's going to go down the inside of Wombat. Now Wombat's trying to look down the inside now of SP. Trying to cross him up. He gets into the back bumper of SP. Side by side. Now Wombat gets into the back bumper of him again through the double right-hander. SP leaves that door open for Wombat. Can he get to him? Down going into the next right-hander. It's like a quadruple right-hander. I just realized this. Oh, Wombat's trying to be very aggressive right now. Trying to go down the inside of the 42. See SP how low he's dipping his tires there. How close Wombat's getting to the wall. Very crucial point in the track. Can definitely set the tone for making an overtake going into the backstretch chicane. Cannot afford to mess up the braking zones. Here we go. You see Wombat goes very late into the braking zone. Very heavy on the brakes indeed. LRS is right on him still. They continue to pull away from Kenny in the 4th place position. If you're interested, Irate Pluto is currently in 5th. And what in the world? I'm going to have to tune into this. What in the heck is going on with... never mind, they seem to sort that out. Oh, Crimson Sniper, I believe, spun out back there. With Ardeni, that's a 2-car incident, but I do not believe that will be enough to cause a full course caution. It's LRS still trying to get past one bad right now as we have 7 laps to go remaining in this stage. LRS getting to the back bumper of one bad, trying to get to move him. Obviously lost a bit of time. He's entered down into the short chute. LRS all sorts of loose. And see everyone just going so wide trying to push their car as hard as they can. In my mind, one of the trickier parts of the track to get right. Gotta try and nail everything perfectly. Now up through the gears, LRS is up into the wall. That'll definitely slow him down a bit. Elsewhere, Drake's trying to go down the inside of Hack. And what a move by Drake, dang. Nice move there from the 7. Alright, Pluto's has been able to get by Kenny for the 4th place position, and not so fast because Drake super early. Kenny now has a time penalty. He's gonna have to fall back to 7th, I believe. That's gonna allow Bull to get up into 5th. That was a cluster. And I'm a little surprised to see no one's taking this chicane really that aggressively. Everyone's just kind of staying away from the curbs. Everyone's just kind of, you know, they're not risking it, like unlike Kenny here, who absolutely abolished the curbs. One bad in LRS here. Hey, look, Inception, big screen. Where did LRS go? I don't know. He came out of, I don't know. He left my sight. Anyways, one bad going really wide, so with LRS. Both kind of running similar lines. I noticed one bad goes really wide here, so it doesn't really set himself up for a good entry to this corner. Now it does allow LRS to get closed up there, but off into the oval 1. I mean, one pass has been so good through the years. They haven't been on the gas. But, yeah, as you can probably see right now, SB's kind of, I think it's safe to say SB's got a pretty quick car on him. This looks really nice. Oh, I should not have said that. Yeah, I was going to say, it looks pretty nice through the bus stop. Not anymore. It's all single filed out throughout the pack, I do believe. See SB just taking it so nicely through there. Oh, it gets a little loose. We have 5 laps to go, I think. Yeah, it should be probably 5 laps to go. Eric Pluto was fortunate enough to fall back into the Kenny's now in 7th, like I said. Storm is actually moving himself up into 6th. He's up quite a few positions since the start of this race. Looks like the closest battle on the track is Drake versus Hack. Loose right now. I think this is the battle for 12, I think. Yeah, and then you got Crimson Sniper, who I think is 10th at the moment. And there goes Hack up into the inside wall. Like we talked about, the curb, very hard, definitely a very treacherous place to get onto the gas, to try and keep momentum. And fortunately, that's a prime example of what not to do. Got onto the gas too much and unfortunately spun it over the curbs. Right now we have 4 laps to go now in stage numero 1. See Storm's probably the most aggressive through that final chicane, going really hard through that. Let's see what SB is able to do here. Let's see his line through this. He goes out wide like everyone has been doing. And then what's kind of interesting to me is why everyone. I know the corner's kind of hard to get the apex right, but everyone's just drifting out so much. They're just kind of sacrificing a lot of time. And then SP, interestingly enough, we saw him go to the bottom earlier, at least to the apron. Now he's migrated up to the top. An interesting line to say the least. And then you see how he uses the wall to try and slow himself down. I don't know if that's a tactic or not, or if he just genuinely missed his braking zone. I'm not sure. Regardless, he just gained a lot of time. So we'll say that's a tactical thing. And obviously coming out of oval turn number 4, got to get right up along that grass, put those rights on the curb, and then just floor it through there. Try and keep it straight across the start finish line. And voila. You have a very fast race car. And you have the lead. Storm has closed the gap. Oh! No, he's still good. He's still good. No time penalties. He looks fine. But 3 laps to go remaining in stage number 1. This is the battle for 5th right now between playoff driver Storm and Irate Pluto. You see Storm getting super aggressive over the curves. Actually, Irate Pluto I don't think is in the playoffs. Allow me to check on that. Actually, who should we put me on? I'll put you on Storm. Let Storm show you how he's trying to let him show you his tactics to catching him. Alright, yeah, Irate Pluto is in the playoffs. He's 5 points below the cut line. I have like goldfish memory right now. But yeah, obviously very vital points for Storm considering the people he's tied with LRS and SP are 1 and 3 right now. So Storm needs really every point that he can get, and everyone. I would say it's still good news because Ducky, obviously was the 2nd seed. He is not here tonight, so big points up for grabs for a lot of these drivers. Trying to make the most of it. Every true meaning of every point counts. Like, it's go time, man. This is a free opportunity to get some much needed stage points if you're drivers like Irate Pluto, Kinney, or One Bad. And One Bad definitely seizing the moment, getting himself right now in P2. SP is coming to see the green and white flag for the last lap of stage number 1. That gap between Storm and Pluto has kind of fizzled out a bit. Looks like Storm is able to get close, but he just makes a lot of mistakes, as you saw him get loose right there. See, oh, Kenny's fallen off quite a bit from. He's got a lot of damage. That is. Definitely, I did not see that happen on the track. That is going to be something interesting to see. But regardless, green and white flag is out. Last lap of stage number 1 for SP. Leader of all but 1 lap, I'm pretty sure. After he lost it to One Bad on the opening lap, and then was able to retake it on the following lap. Definitely do not want to give yourself damage right now, or make any mistakes. Obviously, this will be huge for SP to really boost himself up and get himself confident going into the next few races. And, you know, I spoke with him earlier today. He seemed very confident going into this race that he could get a win. He or his teammate could get it done, he said. But the way I see it is I think this is SP's best chance of making it into the Championship 4, at least by winning his way in. This is a huge weekend for SP, and he's not wasting any of it. Trying to go for the sweep. He obviously won last night in the Truck Series. Trying to do what Ducky and Mole have done actually pretty recently, and try and sweep the weekend. We'll have to wait and see how that progresses as the race continues forward. But coming out of the final corner, and that'll be the checkered flag out for SP. He wins stage number 1. One Bad will come home 2nd right there. LRS 3rd with Mole, I believe Mole 4th, and this is for 5th right now. Storm trying to lunge it in as deep as he can, and he absolutely clobbers the wall. He even gets a time penalty because of that. Irate Pluto will still hold on to P5. Storm P6, even with that. I do not know who's P7. P7 is Denny. Kenny is 8th. I'm going to assume Sniper is 9th. Drake 10th. Hack 11th. Oh. Okay, yeah. Sniper 9th. Hack 10th. Drake 11th. That is the finishing results. And again, just to run down. SP 1st. One Bad 2nd. LRS 3rd. Mole 4th. Irate Pluto 5th. Storm 6th. R. Denny 7th. Kenny 8th. Sniper 9th, Hack 10th, and Drake 11th. We'll be going green with just about 11 or 12 laps to go. Looking at the fuel and tires, it does not look like they're going to be any concern for green flag pit stop here. It's going to be another race to checkered flag. As far as the final stage goes, it's... my mind is starting to pick up as like a 30 lap kind of sprint. I'm not sure. But regardless, SP and One Bad now leaders again, like how we started the race. We're going to go into stage number 2 the same. Off into one very crucial corner. One Bad tries to pinch down SP. You see there's contact in the back. Storms off into the Harper turn. Single file through the top 5. One Bad's trying to get across in front of SP. Drives it in really deep. Almost gets into the back bumper of SP. He has to back down. He's got LRS all over him. Look at the move by Storm. Just runs Irate Pluto off the track. He makes it all the way into the top 5 through that. Top 5 all in the bunch right there. There's One Bad making a big mistake right there. He left the door open for LRS, but LRS backed out of it. Now Mole trying to keep Storm at bay. Storm's up in the wall again. Top 5 all under a blanket at the moment as they enter into oval turn number 2. It looks like the rest of the pack's kind of really spread out. I say this, and then, yeah, Sniper and Ardenia are battling. But here we go into the backstretch chicane. LRS goes really deep. He almost hits out One Bad. Storm goes really deep into the quarter. He's at the back of Mole, but doesn't really affect him that much. Anyways, what else is going on? Sniper is very loose, and he almost comes down into Kenny. Kenny was able to dodge that. Drake was not so lucky, unfortunately. Hack's pretty far back. And there's LRS getting to the back bumper of One Bad. Kind of saying, hey, pick up the pace, as you see Storm and Mole are actually side by side, and Storm is actually going to take the advantage of Mole. He gets by him for P4. An impressive run for that number 1 machine, as he's still fighting his way up to the front. He can't let out, if he can't catch SP, he's got to catch LRS. He's got to beat him in points tonight. And that's definitely not going to help him, but Mole's going to back out of it. He's going to let him keep that P4 right for the time being. It's just more of a realistic goal for Storm. Sniper really slow through there. I don't know if that was to let Drake go or not. I'm not exactly sure, but they've been racing each other pretty much all race. See Storm going super low, Mole trying to go high. So we've kind of spread out again. Backstretch chicane. LRS goes deep again. Clatters over the curves. I think he almost got into I think he did actually this time get in the back of One Bad. That's going to open up the gap again. Mole got a really bad exit, so now Storm's pretty much closed that chapter of his race. Into the front stretch chicane they go. Looks like Storm's just really nice. He's been able to find the perfect sweet spot for it. And now he's going to look around the outside of LRS. What a move by Storm. He's going to storm past him and take third from LRS. What a move. And he's able to capitalize that off the front stretch chicane. That is a very good overtaking spot. If someone in front of you makes a mistake, very easy spot to make a quick move and a quick pass. Coming up for Storm is One Bad here in second, and I don't know what Storm did to this car, but he is looking mighty quick right now. Maybe he decided to stop hitting walls. I'm not exactly sure. I know not hitting walls does help a lot. Irate Pluto is looking very cautious and safe right now. Like he's driving safe and cautious. What in the world is going on here? Drake's mowing grass with Ardeni and Hack and Crimson Sniper. Poor Kenny. Moles missed the chicane again. And it's interesting to see Storm go all the way to the apron still. I want to kind of see what Storm's doing, at least through the chicane. If I can find him quick enough. Yeah, look at this. He's able to roll into the first part of the chicane so well where others can't. He's able to get his right side tires on the curve, and he's able to just put that car in places where no one else can really seem to put it. And then he's just able to get through the gears a lot better. One Bad clatters over the sausage curb. One Bad looks to make a move. He tries on the inside of that, was blocked. One Bad gets loose because of it, and now Storm's going to move on into second. Oh, but he's overdrove it. He overdrove it, and now One Bad's going to repay the favor. runs him out wide, and now he'll take back second. One bad, not, I would assume, not very happy with how Storm was, or how he was raced right there by Storm. And Storm probably the same way, as One Bad gets real loose on the bottom. He goes all the way to the apron, and now they're almost 3 wide for second. This can, and well, Storm's going to get a huge run off of oval turn number 2, and under braking, there's contact. One Bad into Storm, and he's still in the back of Storm, but they managed to keep going, and Storm's going to overtake him for second again. Down to the apron again, Storm goes. I don't know why that line is choosing to run, but that's allowed SP to pull away, at least for the time being. And you see Storm drive it in super aggressively all over the curbs for the number 1 machine. And he's going to extend his gap over One Bad here for second. That is, Storm is on a tear right now. What in the world has gotten into this man? Mole is still back here. He's still our 5th place car. Still trying to catch LRS. As LRS is trying to catch One Bad, and as One Bad is trying to catch Storm, and Storm goes wide. So does SP. There are cones all over the track. And it does appear to be the line there where everyone's just going all the way out to the wall. Storm continues his trademark, go all the way down to the apron line. There's probably a better nickname for that, but I don't really care. Under braking, he goes very deep. Let's see if One Bad was able to gain much on him, and he does. One Bad gets very loose, and One Bad gets into the rear corner panel as Storm's trying to correct it. Manages to save it, but man, he lost a ton of time to Storm right there. And now he might even lose. Did Storm just get time? No, he didn't. He might even lose third here to LRS. He gets into the back bumper of One Bad. Nose to tail right now for third. And LRS just hasn't been able to really. I haven't really seen him make any overtakes today. I've only seen him get overtaken. So I don't really know. We'll see if that changes right now. Goes hard into the first right-hander, into the second. Goes very wide, and now he's into the inside wall. Got onto the gas too early, and now he's paid the price for it. Bit of right front damage there for LRS. That is going to really kill him right there. Meanwhile, where are you? Oh, wow, that gap has definitely increased. We're coming to 4 laps to go in the stage. Again, no concern for needing to make a pit stop, or tires for that matter. I'm telling you, you can really abuse those curves a lot more if you wanted to. LRS doing a great job of closing that gap back up to 4th place of, now 4th place of Mole. You see Kenny also does a very nice job getting through the chicane as well. Although that second part probably could have gone on the throttle a bit more. Didn't have to really hit that curb. 4 laps to go now in stage number 2. See, they're all going very aggressively on the curb in turn number 1. One Bad hitting his apex of Storms, not so much. That's costing Storm a bunch of time. Going super wide. Gonna need a good exit here for for One Bad, excuse me. Into the third right-hander and final right-hander. This quadruple right-hander, even though it's not consecutive. This corner seems to be a corner that's been catching a lot of people off guard. Is just not a lot of room to really get onto the throttle or really make any kind of drastic move, but all the more to get into the wall. And people just really haven't been able to figure that out yet. Look how much One Bad's gaining under braking. So good through the brakes. So good through this backstretch chicane. He's been like that all race. And you see Storm get a big wiggle right there. That 5 car is coming. And this is what Storm really needs because of LRS finishing 3rd in stage number 1. This could be huge for for Storm as a rebound. And now Storm's going to hit the outside wall. One Bad got a good exit. Here they go into turn number 1. Storm's going to have to go super defensive. He goes all over the curve. That's going to slow him down. One Bad around the outside. He's going to make that stick. Power move from the 5. He's up in the 2nd. But not for long, as Storm's going to get into his back bumper. He runs him almost actually into the grass. But Wombat's going to somehow manage to keep it going. Still in second right there is, I think Mole's actually fallen back to fifth. Oh, Mole's in the pits. Hello? Okay, strategy call from Mole. That's a little weird. Anyways, back to this fight for second. We'll see how this alternative lines go. Storm, is he going to choose to go to the apron? No. He might actually be getting a little toe from the 5. I'm not exactly sure. But going into this backstretch chicane, very tricky. What will Storm do under braking? Matches his pace quite well through there, but it's Wombat's ability to just hug that inside so well. That's what's keeping him out in front of Storm right now. As they come to just 2 laps to go in the stage. SP having led every single lap of this. Look at Mole. He's trying to pass Drake. Do you think he can do it? Of course he can. There's LRS, and there's Storm, who has a time penalty, and that is definitely not what you want to happen for Storm. Actually, it did give LRS quite a bit of damage and kept him behind. So, I mean, I guess it could be worse. Sorry, I was so taken aback by that. 2 laps to go, and now this is all of a sudden a fight for third between LRS and Storm. After Storm, I would assume, completely missed the corner and then hit the wall. I don't know, but he's got a ton of damage to that front. LRS has got to have a bunch of front-end damage as well, so this is going to be interesting once they come into the oval section of the track. If LRS loses any of his top speed. Here's SP going through the bus stop. He's kind of like Wombat. He does it very nice and clean, keeps it to the inside. Very nice and quick. Anyways, going into the braking zone. Storm just, oh my goodness, what a send by Storm into the chicane. He actually is going to gain, I think, a little bit of time off that. Actually, never mind. He just got really loose, completely died. The SP is taking the green and white flag. Last lap of stage number 2. Chaos going on all over the track right now. Ardeni's trying to work Crimson Sniper as Storm has gained all that time back up on LRS here for second. There's SP, our race leader. Wombat obviously in second. Now this is the fight for third, as I previously mentioned. And Storm is really driving his car aggressively. He's making a lot of, I would say, just minor mistakes throughout his lap. SP's coming to the oval section right now. Just a kind of marker. LRS is going really wide. Really nice corner by Storm. Was able to perfectly put that in there, but gets a little loose, a little oversteer. Going off into that downhill left. Now up into the oval section. LRS been pretty mixed through there all day. Looks to be fine just about now. But it's about from the backstretch chicane on to the front straightaway that Storm seems to have an advantage. Going through the braking zones. LRS all over the curbs. Storm's all over the curbs. Although that's going to get a really bad reaction from his car. Anyways, coming out of the final chicane to take the checkered flags. SP's going to win stage number 2. He sweeps the day for stages. Can he get the feather in his cap? That is the race win. Going into the final chicane, Wombat takes second. LRS will hold on for third. Storm will have to settle for fourth. As I don't even know who's racing for fifth right now. We're just going to assume it's Irate Pluto and Kenny. This is for fifth. Into the final chicane they go. Irate Pluto overdrives it. That might have given him a time penalty. It doesn't look like it. Maybe it did. I don't even know who the hell just got fifth right there. They're going to give it to Kenny there. Kenny's going to snag fifth at the end. Irate Pluto's going to fall to sixth. Mole to seventh. Hack eighth. Drake ninth. Crimson Sniper 10th. And Ardeni in 11th. Yeah. All right, going into the final stage here now. It will be about a 29-ish lap stage. You obviously, if you're curious, the fuel window is 18 laps, so this will be a one-stop. At least for this will be a one-stop for the drivers. Probably pitting around between lap 14 and lap 11. I don't know. Anyway, some strategy right there. As you saw, Mole did pit earlier, and now he probably only just took the fuel because he's up in the front with SP. Here we go, different change of scenery up at the front. It's the 24 leading us to green. Here, we're racing into the checkered flag. Off into turn number 1, Mole drives it in deep, but Storm gets pressed up into the wall. He makes contact. They're 3 wide for third as they enter off into turn number 2. Massive collisions throughout the field as Wombat's gonna drive Mole up the track. Look at Irate Pluto get aggressive. They're 4 wide. Look at this. Storm's gonna run Irate Pluto off the track again. They're 4 wide again. Oh, there's a crash in the back. That's Drake and Crimson Sniper hard on the wall. Irate Pluto pinching down Storm. He's off into the grass, into the wall. He's into LRS. What in the world is going on? I can't keep up. They're all over the place right now. Mole is back up next to LRS. There's for 4th. Storm's managed to hold on to 3rd somehow. I don't know what's going on. SP's managed to pull out to lead again, and somehow, some way, it's all seemed to kind of work itself out, except Hack is now side by side with Kenny, and that's probably not going to go well. Into the backstretch chicane they go. Everyone's hitting the wall. Looks like it's actually kind of normal. Never mind, Hack just got absolutely shunted by Irate Pluto through the curb and somehow managed to live. Crimson Sniper and I don't even know who else just got involved in that. It was Crimson Sniper and someone else that got like heavily involved in that crash. What? Anyways, 26 laps to go remaining in the race, and looks like Ardeni had a bit of an issue there, finding track limits. This fight's still going on apparently, and Irate Pluto's apparently got beef with everyone. Kenny is off into the grass, and Irate Pluto will not get off the back bumper of Hack. I don't know if this is because they're 48 and 47, or if because Hack is slow. I'm not exactly sure. Well, all I know is Hack is absolutely furious as he just turned down in on the 47, and now he's stopped on the inside. Well, what in the world? And he is I don't know. I think he went in trying to like circle around, trying to get back on, but Hack was not having any of what Irate Pluto was laying down, and then just turned right in on him and ran off into the grass. Storm's completely missed the chicane. He's fallen back to 5th now. So Storm or SP still ahead of One Bad, who's been 2nd all day long. It's been a good day for One Bad. He hasn't been up in the front, and obviously this could have been a great race for him to try and maximize his points. And hey, he's done the best. He's done as good as you could possibly have done without winning any stages. So hats off to One Bad so far. He's driven a great race. Ardeni has again missed the final chicane. I am desperately awaiting to see what happens if Irate Pluto gets near that 48 again. That is going to be... Oh man, get your popcorn ready. Meanwhile, this is about the closest after 4 or so laps that One Bad and SP have been. And obviously seeing this gap, you would kind of wonder, like, I don't know. Anywho, you see right there, One Bad just really nice through that final chicane. If the whole track was just the final chicane, One Bad would be like the fastest, period. That sounds like the dumbest thing any human being's ever said, but I do not care. And another thing too, I think this is One Bad's main issue, as he just demonstrated to the entire history of, in the entirety of the community. His final chicane work could definitely use some touch-ups. Could definitely go in a bit more aggressively without wrecking himself, obviously. LRS is closing in on One Bad for 2nd. Again, LRS I do not think has passed a single... Well, actually, no. He started pretty far back on the restart, so he has to have had passed anyone on the restart. And this is a great day for LRS and SP, teammates of Legacy Motor Club. Both of them, actually, SP was below the cut line on the tiebreaker, but this, so far today, this is going to put both of them up into the Championship 4 right now. And I'm pretty sure if One Bad can keep this second place up. That would be 1835. That would be enough to probably put him into the championship 4, or at least at the cut line. If One Bad can keep this up and get a second place sweep, it'd be a sweep of second place. I don't think that's something you want to strive for, but if you're in One Bad's position, this is the weekend you've been asking for your playoffs. Amazing job so far. I cannot stress that enough. Anyways, where is that 47? I know I'm like on the 47 watch. I'm like, where is he? What is he doing? Oh, look at that. Kenny got a little loosey-goosey. That's still keeping just keeping SP on his toes. We'll put it that way. He's not close enough to really put the fight to him, but he's close enough to where if SP somehow makes a mistake, he'll be able to capitalize on it. And interestingly, One Bad, no, he's considered to be kind of an interesting strategist when it comes to the fuel and tires, usually. So I'm also very interested in seeing what One Bad's pit strategy is going to be come the end of this race, because what's he really got to lose? I mean, he could try and play it safe and go for the second place, which I think that's probably what's going to end up happening. But I'd say, if there's anything he can try and do, One Bad will try and find it, and will try and attempt it, as he is completely botched that. LRS is going to now get by him. Like I said, if only he could just get down that final chicane. Man. I hate that close-up cam. There's Storm completely abolishing track limits and somehow getting away with it. Not saying that he's like intentionally doing that. It's just, I would have imagined that's what the game would have done. Alright, Pluto on his quest to find the 48 again is leading him to Drake, as Kenny and the 48 are now fighting pretty aggressively. Mole is now all over his teammate of One Bad, and if you're Mole in this situation, definitely would probably want to stay behind him. He's your teammate. You're already into the next round. There's no need to really be passing him to take points away from your teammate. Just easily get himself into the next round. Although, I don't know if that's what Mole's thinking. I'm not sure. He can do whatever he wants, as LRS is going to get super loose off the exit of the chicane. There's One Bad patting it through the gears. Is he going to make the move on him and get cleared? Yes, he does. You already know the answer. Into the front stretch chicane. However, though, LRS goes pretty deep into the corner. Through the gas and the finish line. One Bad still maintains second. Although he did kind of miss the apex there. LRS got a very nice run through there into turn 2. Very close battle for third. As I cut away from it, I'm sorry. Can afford to wait. Alright, anyways, back to their regularly scheduled battling. Ugh. Yeah, so you haven't missed anything. The double left-hander. Now up into oval turn 2. You see Hacks up in the grass. Where's LRS? Oh, what in the storm? Roses aren't for you, bud. Stop playing in them. But in all seriousness, no, that is very bad for Storm. He's still somehow in P5, although he has his aero damage blinker on. It's in P5 still, so he's suffering. But he is successful. He's not suffering from success. He's successful from suffering. I don't even know if that even makes sense. Mole is suffering, period. He just half spun. He's going to have to fight his way back. That's they're One Bad and LRS are doing a great job keeping SP like in sight. It just in sheer sight. But I also think it might be because SP is kind of making a few mistakes here and there. I haven't been really watching him a bunch, or we haven't been watching him a bunch, but I have a sneaking suspicion SP is making a few more mistakes than he would care to admit. You can see that damage on the front end of his car. It's definitely hit a few things, and this is kind of what I'm interested in right now. We can try and back and forth through this. Yeah, actually, this works perfectly. Here's the battle for second, and here is the rivalry between Pluto and Hack, who's all the way up there in that purple car. Down the gears they go. You see, actually, it was one bad running pretty wide through there. Interesting line by him. Out of Oval 4 and into the front stretch chicane. You see one bad, I think it just got a little loose there, but he still manages to hold on. Anyways, into the backstretch chicane for these guys. I'm going to take the assumption this is like 7th, 8th, and 9th. Actually, no. Wait. No, I'm going to say this is 6th, 7th, and 8th. Like, Hack being 6th. And then, yeah, so forth. One bat got really squirrely off the curves. One bat, is LRS going to have a chance? Might look down the inside. No, he's going to choose to back out of that one. And while Pluto's trying to look around the outside of Kenny, that didn't work. And so he's just going to resort to just absolutely walling him and then getting past him. Because that solves every single problem that's ever existed in racing. And now he can finally get his meaty claws on that 48 that turned in on him. So what might he do? I don't know. All I know is you might see a car go flying in the chicane. So be prepared. I'm sure Kenny's not very happy with them either. I did hear a report from Storm saying not a lot of people were happy with this 47 in recent weeks. And no, I don't really understand why. I mean, he hasn't really done anything wrong per se. He hasn't driven uberly aggressive. He hasn't done anything that would make anyone that so mad that I was honestly trying to jinx him there. It's like assuming that he'd do something, as he is gonna lose all of that time on Kenny and Hack, who I don't think Kenny got into him. I think just more or less he just got loose. There's 18 laps to go now in this race. LRS is experimenting, trying new lawn service. Anyways, you will be able to make it to the end of this race if you were to pit now. Speaking of which, Pluto is pitting now from, I believe, the 9th position. Let's see, Mole. Hello. That was yucky. Into the backstretch chicane. That is not good. And that is LRS into the back of one bad, although that doesn't really seem to affect one bad. He's fine. You watched the same thing I did. You can't tell me you didn't think he was going to absolutely blow through him. There's Irate Pluto, who is now going to be exiting pit road. Here's the leader, SP, who is going to be coming into turn number 1. So what's going to happen? Never mind, they're not even going to be close. So I was going to say, so what's going to happen when an aggressive driver wants to keep on the lead lap, tries to defend the fastest car all day, and the leader? We might find out. Who knows? Oh, shoot, SP's, I think, yeah, no, he did absolutely bent it into the fence, got on the curb, and that's the first mistake he's made all day, and that's going to probably cost him big time, huge damage to the front end of that 42. And one bat's going to get close. You tell me if that was a jinx or not. I'm pretty sure that wasn't. But anyways, that's going to be huge, at least coming through here now, because SP's going to... Actually, I'm going to try and listen to this engine. It doesn't sound different, but like, he is going to be a plow through a lot of these corners. One bat is going to... This is the chance one bat is needed. He's needed this all race long. So this is his one chance. I don't know what SP's plans are now to pit, because he's going to have to go to his fuel run. Right now, never mind. I was just trying to look at the storm stream to try and get something. I think one bat's got a bit of front end damage, so I think everyone's got damage. It's just who has worse damage, if that makes sense. Mole's coming into the pits again. Heyo. Just a quick look around. I think SP just... Yeah, SP made another mistake. Now one bat's going to be right on SP. And this is what one bat needs. He just needs to get out front of SP and not look back. If he can get in front of SP before the time pit stops start, that could be huge. And now SP's got to turn his attention to defending the 5 and maybe trying to help his teammate, because now if he's got the damage, he can try and help his teammate as Wombat's going to run him up in the fence. They're both have spinning, and now LRS is going to go to the lead. Unbelievable. Wombat tried to get aggressive, run him up the track, and SP hit the wall, and he came down into Wombat because of that. That is a huge, unfortunate event. Wombat almost created an unfortunate tragedy with himself and SP again. But, man, that was... I gotta stop opening my mouth. Here comes LRS down pit road. He will be making his final pit stop of the day. Does not look like anyone's fuel lights are on right now, from what I'm seeing from Storm. Looks like everyone's got quite a bit of ways left on their fuel run. So this is more just about a strategy game. LRS pitting from the lead is his strategy. Obviously, though, if you know NASCAR E5, you know that tire wear. I'm not saying tire wear doesn't affect your speed on road courses, but you can be very fast on old tires and not have the issue. So we'll have to wait and see on how that works. We have 15 laps to go remaining in this race. SP is currently our race leader over Wombat, who's in second. Storm, where is Storm? Storm is in third. LRS is just now exiting pit road. I think I passed Storm yet. So the Storm's there, and SP is there. So third, leader. Capiche? Kaposh. I'll try and get back on Wombat, but he's just kind of falling off still. SP, even with the extensive amount of damage, he's still pulling on Wombat, which kind of gives me wondering if SP's even going to fix his damage. We'll have to wait and see. They're coming down to pit road now. Obviously, this is a very tricky pit road, still for some. And so, we're about to find out how that undercut from LRS is going to work. Storm is too far back to really... Actually, he's not too far back to not take the lead. He's just... I don't know if he will. SP's going to have the privilege of having the number 2 pit stall. And Storm will become the fourth different leader on the day, as he will overtake SP on the pit road. Looking down the pit road, is SP going to pit for his damage? No, he's not going to pit for his damage. And look at this, LRS, who's gone amazing outlap. He's going to go ahead and take second, and now he's going to get in front of SP. They're side by side. This is for the provisional lead of the race, side by side between teammates. How is LRS going to play this? He's side by side with them still. Going into the right-hander, LRS is going to be the one that backs out, but SP runs wide. Is LRS going to look back down the inside? No, he does not. Mole's actually gained a ton. He's back up in the 4th behind his teammate. It's right now Hendrick versus Legacy right now. Legacy are provisional 1-2 and provisionally 3-4 for the Hendrick duo back there. Who is behind Mole right now? That's Hack. This is another Hendrick teammate. So if I'm LRS, this is a weird kind of predicament, because I don't know if LRS would have played it that safely there, because he knows his teammate's really good on points for the day. He knows he doesn't have to race it super aggressively. So the alternative is, you win and you're in. Win and you're into the next round. These two are teammates. One of them is going to have to take the initiative and take the win. I don't know who's going to take that, but SP is making a lot of mistakes right now. Wombat's starting to close up in the 3rd. An option's going to have to come soon. And it's all going to really rely on LRS on if he's going to actually choose to race SP for the lead or in the win, or if he's going to try and be a good teammate and just try and defend on Wombat. Storm is still the race leader, and for comparison, there's Storm. Here is SP. Storm has not pitted. SP, presumably in P2, has pitted. There's Irate Pluto again. And here's LRS. Where's Wombat? Also on the apron. the backstretch chicane again. And see how close one bad gets to LRS there, right to his back bumper. Doesn't get into him, but he does get loose and up into the fence. Not good for him there. Yikes. I don't know how many laps we have to go. I think Storm just obliterated the fence again. I'm not sure. All I know is his lead is significantly fallen. And I think LRS has actually just gained a ton on SP right there. Yeah, he has. Hack was into the pits there. So now they're at a decently sized area where one bad's far enough back to where he can't really gain on you that quickly. And yeah, they can afford to race each other. So now, let's see. SP's very, like, his front end damage is pretty bad. So he is going to be really front end heavy. He's not going to have the turn in that he really wants. So it's going to be harder for SP to muscle his car in. As you see, LRS get a huge run off of the corner into oval turn number 1. Is LRS going to look to make the move on SP? SP looked to block LRS there as LRS is trying to make a run, but LRS is going to back off, try and give himself some space under braking here into the backstretch chicane. You can see one bad's actually gained a little bit on them. SP got a little loose off the exit of the corner. Is Storm going to come in? No, Storm stays out as the race leader. Right now, he has 2 more laps left on his fuel, so he's running this all the way out on his fuel tank. Which would now mean we have 11 laps to go remaining in this race. And this is the battle for the provisional lead. One Storm comes into pits. SP, the provisional race leader, he sits second right now. And right now, LRS is being really tested right now as his teammate and his friend to just pass him. I don't know what he's going to be willing to do. One bad is closing too with Mole, so he's going to have to make a decision soon. Although SP does appear to be holding his own quite well. There's Storm up ahead. He might actually get past before he even has to come into pits. Yeah, just to confirm, yeah, SP is second. So this, once Storm pits, this will inherently be first, second, LRS third, one bad fourth, Mole, and then so on. I'm gonna take a quick pause. There's Kenny. Where is one bad has just absolutely missed the corner. That is tragic as hell. I'm still on that 48-47 watch, brother. Looks like they're pretty separated right now, so it looks like they're fine. Storm finally has to come into pit road. That's definitely going to be a tough pill to swallow for him, but that was his strategy. So 10 laps to go remaining in this race. LRS just... Can you save it? Yeah, he saved it. LRS still trying to close in on his teammate of SP, the race leader, or who has led basically all day, actually all day long. Won both stages, looking for a grand slam here, getting pole, the 2 stage wins and the race win. And maybe we could get a fastest lap, maybe. That might be, or like, yeah, interchangeably pole and fastest lap are interchangeable for that, I think. But regardless, he is, wherever you are, you would know this. He's had a great race. See one bad, and his shadow kind of growing ever so dimmer. And so Storm is in P6. I don't know who's in front of Storm. I think it's Eric Pluto. Eric Pluto, I think, is up in 5th right now. Because he's really the only one that's in close proximity. LRS up into the fence again. Here's Drake coming out of pit road. I assume Drake's going to let him go. But regardless, he is going to be a very interesting pick as he's going to slow SP way down. Drake finally gets out of the way. Not a very good opportunity there for him. Definitely slowed SP down a bit. As we're coming to 9 laps to go. Like I said, it's probably going to take a mistake he made earlier in the race for you know, SP to really lose this, or the very slim chance that we have a caution. Now, we've had nothing that constitutes a caution for basically all race, so the chances of having one are very low, considering how spread out the field is as well. And to confirm, Irate Pluto is in 5th, Hack is 7th, Kenny is 8th, Storm is 6th. That is that running order as they go outside of your top 5, or at least outside of your top 4. La-di-da. Oh, LRS got big boost there. The gap's starting to expand again. Reaching treacherous waters for LRS. Although that gap to 1-bat is definitely increased, so I mean, I don't know. Storm is closing in on Irate Pluto for 5th. That's advantage for Irate Pluto, who was the first to pit, and Storm, who was the last to pit. I think regardless, Storm might cycle out in 5th, which is where he was, I think, before all this started. That's actually going to be really close. I'm going to tune into that real quick. So they're at 8 laps to go right now. They're coming to 7, or at least SP's coming to 7. I want to see how this goes. Let's just sit and watch and observe. 7 laps, or at least for these guys have 8 laps to go. So I'm trying to get around Pluto. There's SP just kind of cutting back and forth. SP is coming to take 7 laps to go. So 7 laps to go now. And here, wait. Oh, I didn't know. That's kind of cool. You can just go like that. Sweet. Hey guys. Oh, actually, they were like on the opposite side of the wall. That's kind of cool. Storm not very good run through there. You kind of see LRS has fallen off still quite a bit more. There's Ardeni, I think, just absolutely bent it into the chicane. It looks fine now, though. Coming to 6 laps to go for SP. All up into the wall. He's got to be dying, staying behind his teammate of 1-bat, just being a good teammate. Just, you know, he needs the points. You just gotta let him run it. Or let him run his race. Ardeni's up on the wall again. Ba-doop, doop, doop. So 6 laps to go now for SP. See, he crosses the line. There's LRS still. This is the battle for P5. Irate Pluto in 5th. This is fun flicking through. We have a lapper up ahead. I'm not exactly sure who that is. I think that is Kenny. Ooh, this is going to be a day of what-ifs for Kenny. Unfortunately for him, I think this is going to put him in a must-win situation come Iowa. Obviously, we'll have to wait and see how he's able to perform there, but at least for the time being, this hasn't exactly gone the way he had probably hoped. Yeah, so their leaders are coming to 5 laps to go. Where is 1-bat? 1-bat is... I skipped him too fast. Still very far behind as SP. Big wobble right there. What in the world just happened? I'm not sure. All I know is SP is in mucho trouble. I probably... yeah, whatever. I don't care. Very safe through there. Kenny not really feeling the need to really back down. He's going to be very defensive on SP. Chops his nose off a bit, and now that's going to allow LRS to close the gap back up right now. 5 laps to go. Like I said, what is LRS going to choose to do here? Is he going to if the opportunity comes, will LRS take it and go past his teammate of the 42? So this double right-hander And looks like LRS is going to take the opportunity given to him, trying to go down the inside of Kenny. Although Kenny being very annoying right now, to say the least. It is annoying to SP. He's being extremely annoying to LRS now. Kind of equally held him up. Anyways, this fight's still going on. Storm versus Irate Pluto. This is still for 5th place. And never mind, Storm has gotten loose and completely wrecked himself. That is a bummer, dude. You're coming to 4 laps to go, excuse me. But still in reasonable distance. I see LRS is taking that a little better than what SP is able to. 4 laps to go now officially. Wait, Ardeni's gone, I think. Still very close. Another lap car is ahead. I do not know who this is. I think this is Crimson Sniper. Or this is Hack. It's one of the two. LRS turned in so deep he hit the inside wall. This is Hack. Oh, about Hack. Hack, I think, from what I understand, Hack is pretty difficult to get past, even as a lapper. So we'll see how that plays out. I know he has a different braking zone than SP. They're coming to 3 laps to go. Bad's still very far back. LRS using the wall to brake. Same technique as what SP's using. Kind of. I'll hop on board Mr. SP. As he approaches the final 3 laps of this race. As Hackett's very loose in front of him. That'll be pretty easy. Easy come, easy go. Oh, there's a car on the wall. That's Kenny, who's absolutely nosed it into the the Tums heartburn turn. I had heartburn probably trying to say that. Doesn't seem like there's any lap traffic in between, or at least up in front of the leader. So it looks like this is gonna be one-on-one for the remainder of this race, or at least for the remaining 2 laps. At least I'm sure it's 2 laps to go. Not right now, just coming to 2 laps to go. I'll know from Storm right now. You can see LRS getting a little bit more aggressive. Under braking very hard over the curbs. Able to gain a little bit on that speed there. Yes, they are coming to 2 laps to go right now. Can LRS make up what I assume to be about a 1-second gap between him and SP in just 2 laps? SP's had the fastest car all day. Again, 2 laps to go. What can LRS do? Or what, actually, better question, what will LRS do? He's gained a ton through that front stretch alone, and through the final chicane. But I think this part of the track is really where SP kind of shine. At least not when he completely nosed his front end in. But you see, LRS he's driving it very nicely right now. SP's making a few mistakes. You know, he's almost up in the wall just a little bit. And he's there. LRS is there. This is going to be one of the most interesting battles you will probably see for the entire playoffs. 2 teammates. They're both above the, well, at least now they're both above the cut line. This is the second to last race before the cutoff. One of these guys is going to win their way into the next round. The other one is going to have to fight it's going to have to hold on to the points they've gathered from tonight and try and survive Iowa. Regardless, it's a Legacy Motor Club showdown. LRS versus SP. They come through the final chicane, one for the second and final time. White flag in the air. Last lap here at Charlotte Roval. SP got really loose there on the short shoe. He's got up into the wall just a little bit. through the double right-hander. No mistakes needed. They both go over the curbs nicely. Now into the second double right-hander. Big lunge in from LRS. He goes a bit wide. Although that is going to allow for a big runoff down the hill. SP's got a little loose there. Big corner there for LRS. Huge runoff. Now they go into oval 1 and 2 for the final time. They're coming down to the backstretch chicane. This is going to be a big corner for LRS. He's got to set this up for the final chicane if he wants a chance to win. Drives it in deep. Get through the gears he goes. He's there. He's going to have to maybe hurt his friend's feelings for this. But they're coming through oval turn 4 for the final time into the final chicane. What will LRS do? Drives it in deep. He goes down the inside. He makes the move. They're side by side. LRS is a little wall, but SP's going to hold on just at the end. Oh my goodness. What a move by LRS. He just came up short of it. Man. And SP is going to barely hold on from a daring move from LRS there at the end. I think SP won. I'm pretty sure he did. But SP is going to hit the Grand Slam in advance into the Championship 4. And LRS, I mean, he gave it everything he had in that final chicane. And it was clean, too. Made the move. SP left the door open. He made the move. Didn't hit him into the wall or anything. They made contact, but, you know, that was just, that's racing, man. Straight up. And SP, or LRS is now in the pits. I don't know if he left or not. I'm not sure. I'm just setting that down. Yeah, and SP did get that by like a 1/10 of a second. Mole was able to get third from one bad. I'm trying to get the race results here for you. Just a quick second. So SP, your race winner. LRS second. Mole third. One bad fourth. Irate Pluto fifth. Storm sixth. Hack seventh. Kenny eighth. Drake ninth. Crimson Sniper 10th. Denny 11th. And yeah, no, that's it. Whew. What a race. On. Fastest lap credit does go to SP. Man, what a lap. You'll be hearing from our top three of Mole, SP, and LRS. I don't know about LRS. I'll have to ask SP. Heyo. Is Mr. LRS? Is he no LRS? Oh, I was gonna say, I was asking because I saw he left, and I'm like, I don't know if he won one. Bruh. No, I believe me, I was on it. Alright. Well, hello, gentlemen. If you all would include your audio, that would be swell. We're gonna get started here with the third place finisher of Mole. Mole, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, man, it was an interesting race for you. Never really left the top 5 all day. Just kind of ran your own race. Obviously, you were already locked into the Championship 4, so under no pressure here tonight. What was your mentality going through this race, and what led to some of the strategy calls we saw out on the track today?
Yeah, honestly, since I'm already locked in, I wasn't trying to get in anybody's way too much. I knew LRS, SP, and One Bad were all faster than me. I was kind of just trying to stick behind those guys, keep up a little bit, but not get in front of them really at all or try to ruin something. So just kind of ride it out. I guess I got lucky with the third place because one bad ran out of gas, but honestly, I was just riding around having a good time, and it was fun watching all these guys battle. So nothing crazy to it. I'm preparing for the final four. So yeah, and nothing crazy on my end. Pumped for SP though. Always good to see SP, LRS, all those, both of them. Seeing them wins always makes me happy. So pumped for them. Pumped to race SP in the final four, and we'll see what happens next week with the others.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations on your third place finish, Mole, and thank you for taking this interview, man.
Sounds good, man. You guys have a good night.
Yeah, you too. Now I'll be moving on to our second place finish here of LRS. And LRS, my friend, you had quite an interesting race. You were fair to say the third fastest car all day, ran top three, always close, but never could quite catch SP. In the closing stages of that race, what was going through your mind setting up for the final lap?
I honestly couldn't tell you. I was pushing so hard. I don't know how SP had that pace if he wasn't pushing or if he was. I was pushing the hardest I ever pushed. And that move that I tried to make into the final chicane, which probably would have worked if we just had a little less contact, I don't know how that worked at all. It shouldn't have worked. It should have actually killed us both. So I'm glad it didn't. But I mean, yeah, I mean that was a really fun race. Congratulations to SP. It's really well deserved. He sweeps the weekend. He won the truck race. He won the cup race. I think he's tied with me on the all-time wins list now. So congratulations to him. Congratulations to Mole as well. I hope to be joining these guys in the final four in a couple of weeks.
Absolutely, and with the race you put together, it's looking like you're going to be at least right now in on the next round on points. Talk me through what your mentality now is heading into the cutoff race here at Iowa.
Yeah, I'm not too excited about Iowa. I'm not really good on short ovals. The only short oval I'm good on is Richmond, which is in the Final Four. But I think I just have to be consistent. You know what I mean? Limit mistakes, get points, just try and be there when it matters. I'm mostly aiming for a top five finish. Even a top seven finish will do me just fine. I think I also have to watch drivers like Pluto and One Bad because they do have speed on short tracks and they can win the race. So it's going to be very interesting for sure.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations to LRS on a fantastic race, and congrats on another second place finish for you, my man.
Yes, sir. Thank you as well for being here and doing a great job.
Yes, sir. Now we'll move on to our the man of the hour, our race winner here, SP. SP, it's been a dominating weekend for you, winning the truck race and now winning the cup race. How does this feel to now have yourself locked into both the truck and now cup series finale?
God, it just it feels awesome, man. I knew there's a road course in the round of eight, and I knew round of eight cup, round of six trucks. I knew I had to do something if I was going to get into that final four. I mean, the bubble was very close for cup, and I was pretty close there in trucks too. I just had to do what I had to do to get the job done. LRS kind of talking me through everything, giving me game plan, strategy. We were doing everything together. We were on the same strategy on that last pit stop tonight, and I told him that if we get together here and we go into we're gonna race for it, and that's what he did. He put a good fight up right there at the end, put him in the wall a little bit by accident. I was trying to not get a penalty there at the end, but I mean overall just phenomenal weekend. But I mean I've never swept a weekend in any league I've ever raced in, so this is a first for me. I can't thank LRS enough helping me out, coaching me through everything. Thank you for broadcasting, by the way. But I don't know where the speeds came from. I was fast at Phoenix last week. I should have probably got a top three there, and I did not. I I should have won the truck race there, but a late caution came out, and I lost that one too. So, and I kind of think of this as the redemption at Sonoma. I should have won both Sonoma races, but too many mistakes. So tonight I just kind of came with the mindset of just got to do what I got to do, and if I win the race, win the race. If not, just get out of here with a lot of points. And I think we maxed out points tonight, which I've never done as well since season two or season three. So, like I said, just great overall race by me and my teammate LRS. Just we're here, we're ready, we're gonna go for this championship, and hopefully our teammate LRS can join him. He knows that I'm going to do anything for him next week as far as him trying to get into the championship as well. So yeah, go Legacy Motor Club, GMS, whatever you want to call us. But teamwork makes a dream work. We'll see you next week.
Well, congratulations to you again, SP, on sweeping the weekend in dominating fashion. And that'll about do it for us here from the Next Gen series. Tune in next week, same time as always, as we head down to the Midwest of Iowa for the round of a elimination race. Find out who makes it into the championship for next week time. But as for me, that'll do it for us. This has been your voice for the Action INF, and as always, my friends, take it easy. Good night.